Okay, so my mic on. I'm recording. You know, solo leveling. I'm Kevin. I watched Screwface John. I think it's Gene. Uh, Either way, I'm trying to correct it. You know what I'm saying? Pronounce it correctly. No hating. You know what I'm saying? I was watching him because he was watching this, and I was like, you know what? I want a way to talk about stuff that I like, but like I've tried anime reactions. You kind of have to jump through a lot of hoops in order to do it. But like I feel like this, like these like summaries, because I'm not using it as a replacement. Like, but these summaries are a good way for me to like talk about how I feel about this show. I think this should be like a episode 12 and 13. You feel what I'm saying? Shout outs to I'm Kevin. 12 and 13 summary. I just want to say how I feel about this show. I want to nerd out. You know what I'm saying? So
Solo leveling, solo leveling. Where is it at? Solo leveling. Did you forget? What are you doing? Solo leveling, solo leveling, solo leveling. Okay, I hear y'all. Solo leveling it is. So the last thing we saw is when he defeated the demon monarch, which resulted in him getting the elixir of life and saving
bringing his mom back.
And you know what's crazy? People were actually mad at this episode. All because he was crying? Huh? He just saved his mom. What do you mean he can't cry? Look, I rock with solo leveling, but his fan base gotta be brain dead, low key. It doesn't even make sense to be mad at that. But later on, he's speaking with the chairman and obviously it's about the raid that's happening in a few days. Normally, Jin would accept without question, easy levels, but he just got his mom back, so
he's like, I want to spend some time with the family.
That shit, huh? The S ranks are boxing in the gym. You want to go? So they get to the gym and see Beast boxing with Afro. And you know...
Nah, bro. The worst part about that entire scene, they hyped up all of them hunters just for like almost all of them on the Japan team to die, bro. I swear. I mean, Goto Ryuji, they hyped him up. He's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like they made him seem like they was gonna be real threats. And I was like, okay. And it was like, yo, Jin, stand back. Jin, you can't fight him. I was like, okay, this dude got to be strong. He got to put in, you know what I'm saying? He gonna put in some pain. Meruem, praying mantis, walk up to him. He gets off screen. Oh my gosh.
What annoys
bro.
me the most, the millisecond Cha notices Jin is here. She goes, oh my. No wonder the atmosphere changed.
Come on now, dawg.
I can't make this up. I promise you, she was not thinking that. She saw Jin and just had to say something outlandish. But that's when the Japan S ranks pull up and immediately started talking crazy. So they said, I bet, since you talking like that, let's run the 4v4. Let's see if you can back up those words. And once I saw Afro grow an extra 6 feet, I knew right there and then he lost. We know the rule. I remind y'all every time. Big form doesn't work. Well, they're going blow for blow.
Unless it's the main character.
Steelitz weave barely dodged that and he was hawking that boy down.
Unless it's the main character exuding some sort of aura outwards, the big form always loses.
Nothing but determination in those eyes. And imagine looking up and seeing this. A 14-foot, 700-pound pure muscle behemoth using all his might with the goal of stomping you to the ground.
He got decapitated. He got done dirty.
Friendly match. This is a murder attempt. I told y'all. Then we see Beast fighting this guy, and honestly, all this 4v4 showed us is why Japan are the ones with the main characters, why they're the ones who always get the animes. It's not looking good for us out there. Beast is damn near going full power and cannot touch that guy. Now, Cha, though, she was crazy. The choreography,
but she was putting belt. Oh my gosh. Yo.
The fist of flowing water. Stun like your goofy ass. She wants to go help Beast, but this guy gets in the way. Bro. She just hit him with like...
It was like, so that's why they call her the dancer. She was... I was like,
50 jabs, and not for a single second did she try to cancel the move. It was after breaking his nose when she was like, oh, I went a little too far. Really? That's when this dude loses his temper, so Jin decided to step in, pinned him down with ease. And when their master saw that, he said, oh yeah, we gotta run it. And Jin smiled when they confronted him. He wanted this fight. Didn't even let him finish his sentence before trying to take his head off. And every time Jin smiled, it pissed him off, and rightfully so. Cheesing ear to ear mid-squabble has to be one of the highest levels of disrespect. So he decides to put a little more umph into it, but Jin simply catches his hand. Not his wrist, his hand. If he caught his wrist, that would have counted as a loss. But he wanted to stretch out the battle. Now, the moment this fight started, we all knew it was going to happen. No matter what show it is, if two strong people are sparring, it will always get interrupted. Somebody was either going to leave with one less limb or in a body bag, no other options. Now, before leaving, he made sure to attach a shadow to everyone just in case.
I understand why we stopped. They stopped it because y'all show what happened to JINWOO dad, and JINWOO dad and the dude with the fade who JINWOO killed his brother. He was like, "I killed your son," and then like it looked like the Avengers ran through there. They were like, "So two S ranks fought here?" They were like, "Yup." And then ever since that, he just been hiding. Like,
that's when we get a glimpse of the ants at Jeju Island. Something has awakened. The first biracial ant. This must be the guy I was hyping up since the first episode. We also see that Shorty came back to help with the raid, but I fear that your spot has been taken. Cha swooped in, but if Jin is smart, he'll focus on his day one. Gotta remember who was with you when you was down. But now everything's in place. Got the sentry teams posted up in the water and at the city shoreline just in case. Japan's S ranks are stationed playing the decoys, and bro, their fits are hard. The black armor with the vest cape thing?
Nice.
that cliffhanger was the worst cliffhanger. That and the one where JINWOO said switch out, that was the worst cliffhanger of all time. I was like, yo. And like I kind of knew they was gonna die, but it was like they was getting picked off. I was like, okay, what in the world?
97.
I thought maybe at least Ryuji would do something to him. Like,
what a nice day it is today. He's not done though. And then the other decoys went and check in because they haven't heard from them in a while. And
they
I
get
don't
killed
know
too.
what happened here. The guy smelt something, looked up. I'm sure Biru was just sitting there staring at him. So what he decides to do is freeze the whole area, including himself. But that turned out to be the worst decision you could have ever made. Gave him a free kill. This ant just bodied 5 S ranks with a single slash. The same S ranks who washed our S ranks, by the way. And speaking of our S ranks, we see them fighting. Look at what Cha does. First, she comes down from the top rope, stabs the head, then proceeds to land on the sword, dragging it down. This is how her and Jin are going to communicate. This is their mating call, or farming. So they made it to the queen's lair and was immediately on go. Redhead was using all his moves in his arsenal, and low-key, I kind of respect him now. Doesn't matter if he's in the office or on another island fighting for his life. You're going to see
he is so clean. I'm not even gonna lie, he's
just
clean.
In case. And Beast went all out, transforming into an actual
like he not the
beast.
strongest, but he not the strongest. He like that anime character. He not the strongest, but he clean. Like every time he pull up, you know he about to get a whooping. He like Genos kind of. He kind of like Genos. You know what I'm saying? Genos, he got the coolest moves. You know what I'm saying? He pull up, he got the coolest moves, the nicest upgrades, just for him to once the fight end, he's sitting down. Matter of fact, he laying down. He got that big afro. He got one eye missing. He got one arm missing, and he got no legs. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
about all this is how they have a vlogger here capturing the footage with people in his ear telling him, yo bro, our viewership is up 80%. Get closer, we need that footage. Dude has no morals, no care for this man's safety whatsoever. He better be getting paid 6 figures minimum. Job risk is through the roof. We have 4K footage of S-Rings going all out using full power, and you telling me to get closer?
What?
As if this isn't good footage enough. But they eventually took all the minions out, so the queen is the last one left. 2 of them caught the legs and Cha got to work. Cut off all the legs, but the animation is clean. Jumped in the air. Hold on, take a breath real quick. And just like that, the Ant Queen was down. Yeah,
we did it, guys! We did it!
We did it.
Which one of y'all killed my mom?
This is by far the most intimidating.
Which one of y'all killed my mom?
So far. The dude's power boost was silent, so this guy makes the first move. He didn't even do anything, he just imagined it. So he walked
He had, bro. That is so clean, bro. Like that Kenpachi thing. I think seen it first with like Kenpachi, like where they see themselves dying, just like imagine themselves fighting the dude. Like yo,
walks up to his mom, took a quick bite for whatever reason, but once this music turned on, the same song that Jin had when he killed those hunters, I knew what type of timing he was on. A slaughter.
you
Not
was
a
the one that did it
soul
right.
in this room is aware of what's happening.
Boom!
Damn. You know, I was gonna try something. Yeah, calm that down, pal. All he did
Knocked
was
his
block
arm
the
off,
shield and the arm went along with it. But why just take one? Let's make it two. Walked off on his ass, let him bleed out. And the way he proceeds to one
bro.
tap
I
the
low key
rest of that
thought
S
everybody who
ranks,
was in there
instead
was
of one
dead.
tapping him, you want it to be
I
a
was
little
like,
extra. Now,
dang,
big
bro.
dude is back up. Shout out the healer. But it doesn't matter because he gripped the boot and proceeded to give him the Loki treatment. And the healer thought he was safe using that camouflage, but newsflash, buddy, you're not. It's crazy how he wasn't even going to go on this raid. He retired a while ago but wanted to help out one last time. And I just realized they were ready to walk in there with no healer at all, cause Buddy pulled up at the last second. But to
It is
ensure
such a
that he
blessing that
doesn't
he
come
showed up.
back, yeah, Beast
Oh!
grabs the neck, and to
I
make
was
it
like,
even
oh my
worse, he
gosh.
mimics his best friend's final words. Beast, please run. Beast. All of you are weak. Our queen is dead. The life of you pawns isn't a fair trade. Where's your king? That's when he sensed the dude Jin was fighting, and when he blocked that attack, he made sure to catch someone. And the fatal mistake he made was lie by saying he is the king. Popped his domain and he didn't even get a chance to fight. So Jin finally gets off the bench and decides to help out.
And they
And of
hyped, bro. They
course he
hyped the crap out of them characters too. I was like, yo. I was like, okay, Goto Ryuji. I didn't expect Goto to win. I expected him to, you know how like the villain will fight somebody and he'll do a little bit of damage to him. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't even got to be crazy. What can I relate to it? Like you know how it was Mob Psycho season 2 and like all of the like it was like the businessman dude with the orange hair and all of them dudes fought him and then Mob fought him, but they was actually holding their own though. You know what I'm saying? They was holding their own. Like it wasn't a complete washing. They got washed. All of them. They got.
So Jin finally gets off the bench and decides to help out. And of course he's sitting on the edge of a building, cause why would he not be? But his soldiers are handling what needs to be handled. But you know what Jin does? He teleports behind them, not saying a single word, just so he can walk in the front acting mysterious. Hands in the pocket and all. So then he heals everyone with his potions, but for Cha, it didn't work.
She's too
Her health
messed
was
up.
way too low for it to take effect. Only way to save her is to get her out of here. But all of a sudden, the ants moved to the side, making way for a real one to step through. No hesitation in his steps, Jin walked up, looked him dead in the eyes, and smiled. Now keep in mind, we just found out the camera malfunctioned when Biro pulled up. But of course when Jin is here, it magically fixed. Okay, that's a good hit, but unfortunately for you, he ate that shit. Pull that boy down, now hold his impact frame. He's still on his feet though, don't count him out yet. And this turned into a stand and bang match real quick, going hit for hit, blow for blow, no technique involved, just swinging. But he couldn't hang for too long, that last hit sent him flying. Runs back in, yeah, we not worried about your weak ass. Got low to the ground, look at the legs, the extension on this is going to be life altering. But he has a few tricks up his sleeve. Hit him with a poison that paralyzes you. Now that would have worked on anyone else. Unfortunately for you, Jin is immune to poison. Caught the wrist, brought him in. But poison wasn't his only trick. He went to his second phase,
Yeah, I was
even
like,
hit
did
the
he
freeze
actually get Jin? You know what I'm saying? Like, but of course the system saved
pose.
him, man.
And Jin didn't have a single comment about why or how he unlocked a new form.
Low
He
key,
simply grabbed his weapons and
JINWOO. I want to see JINWOO in the third season. I want to see him fight them stronger dudes, bro. Cause low key, every single like fight he puts belt. I'm not even gonna lie, he puts belt to him, and it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I want to see him lose a little bit. Like, I want the show to get a little bit more unpredictable. You feel what I'm saying?
got back to work. He hits a cartwheel for reasons we don't know, blocks the overhand, backflips the follow-up, stops the lunge, Beer blocks the counter. Hold on, bro, pause this real quick. I only seen this after the fact. Why does Jin have his crack out? Why? Where are your draws
That
at?
might be the drawing of the back, though. You know what I'm saying? That might be the
draw that in. They said, "Oh yeah,
that might be the drawing of the
crack on the screen.
That might be the back of his back. The little you know what I'm saying?
Why did they do that? Anyways, hits another flip. At this point, we need a flip counter for the entire season. But mid-flip, he blocks the attack,
but if
lands
that's
back
what they were
down,
going
and
for,
just
that's
ends up
low-key a
flipping
troll.
again. But this time, he grabbed the arm, threw him over, but he countered the throw of his own. And then I was just in shock, because why can you use the abilities of the people you killed? What?
I didn't catch on to it because everything was so fast. I didn't even realize he was using the abilities of the people that he killed, because they're also like, I guess like we didn't know them for that long. We knew them for like 2 episodes and then they died. So I low-key forgot about them.
Made you so special to where you can do that. And the
Like,
sequence we see next, I'm not gonna lie, there isn't much I can say besides watch the episode. They animated this beautifully. I didn't think they would top the Monarch fight in the same season, but they proved me wrong. But peep this right here. He tossed the daggers, guard broke, zoomed in, yeah, this is gonna hurt. Caught the daggers, and truth be told, I don't know what he did right here. But
I don't know what happened either, bro. Like I think
this is gonna hurt. Caught the daggers, and truth be told, I don't know.
I think he hit him so much with the blade. It was something. I'm not even gonna lie, but I think it was, you know what I'm saying, artistic expression right there, bro.
Biru ate that,
Just
pinned him down, almost taking out the eye, but Jin got saved. Got a skill upgrade at the last second and
Mutilation.
slashed his arm. This went from looking like a pretty even battle to pure annihilation. Not gonna lie, all the aura Biru was building has been depleted. He tried running away, but Jin hawked him down.
That boy turned into Demon Slayer.
Whatever his name is.
That boy turned into Zenitsu. That boy was
Jin
like,
just
"You
get
running
that
from
much
me?"
stronger. The Barn fight, not gonna lie, Jin should have lost that. But this fight looked easy, and the best part was when he tried calling his ants, but Jin hit him with the Bro, I replayed that at least 3 times. He thought his little army was going
And
to help
everything
out,
just
but
went
Jin got one of
silent. They
those
was
too.
destroying
And the whole
everything. That
dragon.
was, bro.
And he's just sitting there like, damn. Ain't that some shit? And if you thought it wasn't gonna get worse, well, let me show you something. He tries to run away. He knows he can't win, but Jin simply puts his hand out. Sit your ass down. And did you see how he was behind him earlier, right? And he continues to make a fool of himself. He starts running away on all 4s. And that right there is when Jin finally decided to end this. Now the threat is taken care of, but Cha is still in critical condition. He tries the elixir of life, but that has no effect, so he turns around. And nothing happens. He turned around so aggressively for no reason, just for him to be calm the next episode. But what he does is turn the healer into his shadow so he can use his power on Cha.
That
With
was
free
such
will too,
a
he wasn't
smart
ordered to do
move.
so. And knowing he never cared for battle when he was alive, he decided to set him free. And during this whole event, we found out Japan's actual goal wasn't to aid Korea. They were betting on Korea's S-ranks getting killed, and when that happens, they'll retreat, come back later with their own strike team saying they're doing this in their honor. Pretty much they were trying to tip the power balance in their direction.
Or
But
they were
as
trying
we
to get
already
glory.
know, that plan failed badly. They lost 7 S-ranks out of the 10 they sent. But at this point it's just cleanup. Without the queen, the ants lost control. When everyone else left, Jin stood behind to farm some XP. Got to level 100, and it's like he knows there's a camera on him. He will never be caught lagging. And you already know he was gonna make Biru his soldier. And for whatever reason, that man got a whole summoning animation like once again. Why is he so special? Why didn't Icarus get this type of treatment? And he can talk, by the way, spawned in with the highest rank as well. Afterwards though, he had Biru go in and do some crowd control, and bro, I'm sick of this nigga. He saves the S ranks, right? On Dragon back at that, and honestly, if it ended like that, I would have been fine, but no. Whether it's Mother Nature, Helios, someone is up there throwing this man lobs. Had just enough sun to shine on him, not too much, not too little. The perfect amount. Staring off into the distance too, he making the most out of this play. Then he talks to the chairman, and long story short, with all the eyes on Jin, there's no way he can remain in the background. So he decides that he wants to
Make
make
his
his
own
own guild.
stuff.
Then it cuts back to Jeju Island with the cleanup crew, and I don't know what's going on. Hey, bud, I think you got the wrong
Tarzan.
show. Dragon Ball's to the left. I truly don't know what these two are doing. All we know is that they're on some type of hunt. Jin's dad is most likely involved, hence why he was watching him.
Yeah, he was just
Then we cut
watching.
back to Jin stuck in traffic. Finds out there's a
So
B rank gate
that
crossing.
means he's not a dead. Cause they said he got stuck into a dungeon. So he probably knows something we don't know. You feel what I'm saying?
And so he pulls up, and of course, it turns into a red gate. Damn near every single gate you went into evolved into
That's what I'm saying. And I'm starting to notice that too. Every time he goes somewhere, something bad happens. So low key, there has to be some sort of reason for that.
something different. But the way he ended this, he said hunters are born to hunt in a world where death is a constant companion. No matter how many enemies there are, no matter how strong the enemy is, we fight to protect family, uphold beliefs, prove ourselves, even to defy fate. Hunters can only keep hunting. And to
Yo, I
finish
can't wait till
off
season
the
3, bro.
scene,
They
he had
gonna
all his
put all the
troops
new people
make
in there,
way so he
the
can hit us
stronger
with the
characters, bro. Cause JINWOO needs some competition, bro. Other than just random no-name demons, bro. He needs some people who can actually like fight with him and fight him. You know what I'm saying?
の獲物はドイツだ。
Give me season 3 now. You forget how much you like a show until it's over.
Right.
This month was crazy. We had Solo Leveling and Invincible dropping at the same
I
time.
haven't watched that show since season 1. People have been telling me I've been missing out, but it's that I just ain't really heard nobody talking about it. I hear people talking about it, but it's like I don't know. I just haven't watched it.
But now, rolling into April, I'm gonna let y'all know right now what I got my eyes on. Windbreaker Season 2,
I need to catch up to Windbreaker.
Lazarus, To Be
That one
Hero
look cool.
X,
That one looked nice.
T-Bait, Supercube. Now, Supercube dropped last week, so I'm probably gonna get on that right now, actually.
Super cute. What is that? Those look fire though. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. But yeah, yeah. I can't wait till season 3. And we eating good. We got Gachi Akuta coming back. Gachi Akuta coming back. I meant Fire Force coming back. Gachi Akuta. We got so much going on this spring, bro. We're eating good. We're eating good, chat. We're eating good, chat. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's all I gotta say. Y'all have a good day. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all that stuff, you've been on the site long enough, you know what to do. Y'all have a good day, okay?